Hey y'all, hey. I'm just stopping in really quick because I had something I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about your spiritual journey, right? And I want to talk about understanding that your spiritual journey is a sacred journey. Your spiritual journey isn't, how can I put this? It's not something that's for everybody, right? And I know once we get on this spiritual journey and we start to unlock different levels of thinking, or different levels of awareness, we want to go run to everyone and tell them what we have discovered. But what we have to remember is that not everybody is seeking that same awareness. This is why it is so important and so fulfilling to find other people that think are like-minded, that are on what it is that you are on. You get what I'm saying? Because it's that feeling of just feeling like you're building community, right? And for me, I've really gotten out of the need to try to convince people. I'm really like, I share what I share, and though people that it resonate with will find me, but I'm no longer like running to go tell like my family new things that I've discovered. I used to really do that, especially me, because I'm someone, once I've learned something that can help the collective, help my family, I'm the one that's like, I'm gonna go find the information, I'm gonna bring it back to us, and I'm gonna teach us how to do it in X, Y, Z. But I think we have to kind of take our purpose out of, like, we have to detach our purpose. Understand that we have to detach who we are to our families outside of who Spirit has called us to be. You understand what I'm saying? Not everybody is going to be on that same path that you are on. And that's when it comes in about meeting people where they are, right? Because you got to think, as a spiritual individual who's really understanding what their calling is and their purpose, it may not always be to heal the family that is currently with you, right? You could be healing the family, healing your bloodline can be the people that have passed on before you were even here, right? You could be doing it for them, not necessarily the ones that are here, because they may not be seeking that same understanding. You get what I'm saying? Not be seeking that same understanding or that same awareness, and you're wasting your energy trying to convince people this is what you should know, this is the way to, like, you can only share with hopes that those people that it resonates with find you, and vice versa, right? But we have to get it out of our minds that, oh, this is for the people that I grew up with, this is for my family, because it's not always like that, which is why I say your spiritual journey is a sacred one, right? You can say, what's that saying? You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. Like, don't waste your energy trying to convince people that whatever it is that you're teaching, whatever it is that you're learning, preserve yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're just wasting energy trying to convince people who don't have that awareness that you have unlocked. And also people, and it's not that they don't have access to it, but some people genuinely don't want to unlock that awareness. They're fine with what it is for them, what they've been told, right? So we kind of have to really be mindful of that, because I know for me, that was like one of the things that I will run to go do, because that's just my nature. Anyone who's around me, anything I'm learning, I'm teaching the people around me. That's how I am. Anybody. I'm like, oh, anybody. Whatever. If you're listening, I'm talking to you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, oh, if I know a thing or two about this and you're struggling with that or trying to figure it out, I'm going to tell you what I've learned, and I'm going to direct you to the books and whatever the case may be, right? But that's just kind of where you have to leave it, because it's kind of the thing of like going where you are celebrated. Going to where you are celebrated. It's just like me showing up more on this Instagram versus my personal Instagram. Like my personal Instagram, I really can debunk that one. Like that one really ain't really like, it's like that Instagram kind of, it feels like Facebook, like where it's just like your family on there. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of like you have to go where you are celebrated. Go where you are supported. Because when you spend your time in spaces where people may not really see you, or they only seeing you from their perspective and what they have in their mind that you are, you can start to think that you are not on the right path. Right? You can start to think that you are on the wrong path because you are in spaces where people are not supporting you. They're not seeing you for who you truly are, who Spirit has created you to be. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is something that we really have to be mindful of. And this is something that I recently have just like learned, because for me, even though it's something simple as Instagram, for me, I'm like, oh, I learned something. This is for me to bring it back to the family, right? This is for me to bring it back to the people. But not everybody is there. And you have to understand that not everybody wants to be there. They don't. So you got to be mindful of wasting your energy and wasting your time trying to convince people this is the way of life, because it's a spiritual journey and you really have to move on what resonates. You understand what I'm saying? You have to move on what resonates. And some people just aren't there yet. And that is fine. And that's something that you have to respect and honor. Like, okay, this is where you are. Right? Doesn't mean you have to be there. So just think about that when you're on your spiritual journey and you are learning new things. Stop going back to the spaces that you have outgrown. Stop going back to the spaces that you have outgrown because you think this is where you're supposed to do your healing. That may not always be the case. For some, maybe, but you will know because it's a spirit thing. So you really have to pay attention to how something makes you feel. That's the thing too, when you're on your spiritual journey, we're moving away from what our mind is telling us, right? We're moving kind of away from logic. Like, oh, well, I should be over here because they know when me, and whatever the case may be. I know this person may have this issue, whatever. That's when that's when you in your savior mode, and you got to really get out of that. And you got to move strictly from what resonates with your spirit. Your spirit will tell you. Because it's all about how you feel. How does something make you feel? You understand what I'm saying? It's all about how something makes you feel. So pay attention to that. If you outgrown a space, pay attention to how that makes you feel. So what if you know that? Forget the history, whatever. It does not matter. It's about who's resonating with me today. The version I am today. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm a person where like I hate running to people that like I went to school with, because I'm like, I'm not that person, and they running up to me thinking I'm that person still. And I'm like, baby, I was 17. Baby, I'm not that version of me. Yeah, it's me, but I'm not that version of me. And the version I am now is so sacred, and so she's so sacred. She just can't be around anybody. Anybody just can't be around her and her presence. You understand what I'm saying? So, keep that in mind when you're on your spiritual journey, and make sure too you are treating your spiritual journey as a sacred journey, because that's what it is. That's what it is. Your spiritual journey is a sacred journey. So it's really not any practices that you do. Make sure that you're being mindful of who you tell those practices to, because that's not everybody's business. That's not everybody's business, because it's some people it just don't resonate with. You understand what I'm saying? Some people it just won't resonate with, and again, that is fine. But it doesn't mean that you have to hide who you are. But understand, son. Okay, cool. It doesn't mean you hiding who you are, but it's just really about protecting you and protecting what is sacred to you. You get what I'm saying? Because everything isn't for everybody, and everybody don't need to be in your spiritual business. They just don't. That, again, that comes from the space of trying to convince people. Like, oh, I do this, da, da, da. You will know when you will know when you should share something with somebody. Again, you have to pay attention to your intuition. Okay? Because you will know when you need to share that with somebody. You will know. You will feel it. Like, you know what? My spirit is telling me that I need to share this with you. But in your mind, you'll be like, oh, no, I ain't going to say no. Or no, yeah, I am going to tell somebody because I'm so excited. This is working for me. And da-da-da-da. No, baby. That's why your spiritual journey is really about understanding your intuition and listening to your intuition. Because it's something that not everybody is going to understand, and it's not something. I could just park here, child, but I guess I'm stuck parking here. Lovely. My bad, dog. Don't care. But you feel what I'm saying? So that's just something you want to think about the next time you are doing your thing, and to understand that everything is not for everybody, and that everyone is not going to get it because it's not meant for them to get. So protect yourself and be mindful of who you share your spiritual journey with and your practices with. Okay, so that's very, very important discernment for sure. And go to the spaces that you are supported, not where you think you are meant to. You feel like logically, oh, this is where I'm supposed to go. This is who I'm meant to heal, whatever the case may be, because that may not always be the case. Okay, that's all I have for y'all today. I'm gonna get my baby from my mama's house. And if y'all need anything, y'all know y'all can send me a DM. Check out, make sure you grab your spiritual alignment ebook. And I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next live. Mwah.